Transparency in the chair. Are you guys wondering what that's all about? Well, I'm here to tell you. I am Kay Simpson Buffet, and we have Ray Fletcher coming to the mic. We have two dynamic stylists that's been in the industry for over 50 years. 50 years of experience, stories, knowledge, a wealth of information to give to you guys. You know, whether we're helping you with relationships, helping you with business ideas, how to handle a certain client or whatever. This is what we're here to do.
With authentic and transparent moments and some of the world's most craziest chairs, we are bringing the juice to you, along with our perspectives, of course.
We're always going to start off with a good, juicy topic, give you the body of that thing, and then we're going to end up with some actual factuals. Our show is going to be very transparent. You're going to get all the tea, all the juice on what's going on.
All stories have originated from the chair, be it the salon chair, barber chair, massage chair, facial chair. These are stories and topics that you can relate to, learn from, and grow from.
So we just want you to join us every week as we come through, giving you a little segment of ourselves, and we're just here to share. Tune in.
Relationships, Salon Chronicles.
Dave.
We've had so many people in the chair, and they feel the need to share.
And share some more.
Share some more. And then when doing that, how do you keep your opinions at a minimum?
So.
Because sometimes they just want to talk, and they don't want the advice. So oftentimes, we are the therapists.
Unlicensed, of course.
And the counselors. Right. So tell me one of your juicy clients. Give me the juice.
You want the juice?
I want the juice. Mm-hmm. Salon Chronicles. Here we go.
Salon Chronicles, take one.
Take one.
Ooh.
What you got?
I got a lot.
Yeah.
Because some kind of way, I think I have the nurturing spirit about myself.
You do.
That people actually trust me.
And that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because, I mean, some of these people you only talk to when they're
in the chair.
Right. So, do we have to be careful with what we give?
Yes.
So freaking little. Because, I mean, unbeknownst to us, a lot of our clients really look up to us.
They do.
And they respect what we're doing, especially if you're not ratch or whatever. Like, they could really get some sound advice from me. I'm always conscious of, this has nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. All I have to do is listen to the facts. Mm-hmm. I try to keep myself in the state of factuals, black and white. No gray area.
Okay.
This is not me. I'm just listening to facts that are given to me.
Unbiased,
but I'm only getting one side, though.
That's true. That is true.
So I can only say hypothetically from what I'm hearing. You know, a lot of people are not good at that, to be honest.
They're not.
People always answer with their own experience.
Right. Because sometimes that's all they have to pull from.
True.
Right.
So I try never to be that girl, you know?
Right.
So when I hear some things, I'm like, and even in my mind, I'm like, you getting played like a mug. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to say it.
Right.
I'm just, I'll kind of redirect the thing.
You are so good at that, though. No, for real. You are so good at that. You're so good at it. You're like a master at this.
So it's like, so.
Let's do a little self-check.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So let's change the names to protect
to protect the innocent.
Yes.
So just like the other day, talking to this young lady, and she says to me the craziest thing. She's like, "Girl, I'm just going through a lot right now, whatever, emotionally, I was like, girl, what's going on?
Yeah.
I was like, because life is too short.
That part.
Need not be stressed about nothing.
That part.
If So she was like, man, I'm dating this dude that got married last year, and now he's out the country celebrating his anniversary. I said,
what?
Back me up. Did you say your dude?
That's what she said.
That's what she said. I said, did you say that's your dude? She's talking about, yeah. I said, why is he still your dude this year if he got married to somebody last year? Please tell me.
Right.
There's no reason why he should still be your dude. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
And she's like, I know. I said, no.
No.
I said, how about 2023 needs to be it? Do not walk into 2024.
Correct.
Even saying that that's your dude or he has access to you or any of that. What are you doing?
Right.
I was like, that's not going anywhere. Nowhere, zero.
Right.
Why are you wasting time like that?
Yeah.
I know. I hate when women say I know. I was like,
Because you evidently don't.
I'm like, you're smart. I said, you know a lot.
Hmm.
You know a lot,
If that
but
be
you're
the
not doing.
case.
But you're not doing a lot
Right,
about it,
right.
about the things that you know. Like, so what's the point in having the knowledge if you're not
Exactly.
gonna do nothing with it?
Right.
I was like, girl. I was like, how you do that? I could not believe it.
What did she say?
I know.
That's all she had for you?
That's all she had for me. I was like,
ma'am.
then I had this other client.
Okay.
I couldn't even believe some stuff I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
I had this other client talking about she was married.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't get to do with a kid.
Okay.
So do you know what he did? He went and had a kid, got some girl pregnant, and said, we're going to take the baby and we're going to raise it as our own.
Excuse me?
And they're married now.
So that was intentional
Mm-hmm.
because she couldn't give him a kid.
Yeah.
Did she know he was going to do this?
No. So halfway through the pregnancy,
He told her,
he told her,
this what we doing.
this is what we do. I said, what? Of course, she was smart enough. She divorced his ass.
Okay, because I'm trying to understand how.
But I was like, how do you even put your marriage in jeopardy like that? They were married for years.
Right. Why can't
Why?
we other avenue? You needed
Right. That.
that part.
So I'm like, why do women put themselves in these stupid little situations? I'm like sitting here listening to half the stuff, and I'm like,
Yes.
he's not legit.
He's not legit.
But I'm not
All
going to
the
say he's
signs
not
are
legit.
there.
Right. I said, you know what? That's where, like the cliche, some statements are cliche, but they have real merit to it.
Right.
Like if people really want to be with you,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to make time for you.
Absolutely.
Because I think about myself. I'm like, as busy as I am, if I really want to make time for something, I'm going to do it.
Absolutely. You have
If it's
total
not that
control.
important to me, I'm not going to do it.
Right. Right.
So I'm like, even as, they're just so busy with work and this and that. I said, everybody got an off time. Everybody has off time. And in that off time, what am I doing with my off time?
What am I doing now?
So if I'm traveling, I'm like, I got to sit in the airport for an hour or so before my flight.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a phone call then, couldn't I?
Mm-hmm. You sure can.
What is this new thing about everybody texting instead of making a phone call?
It's the generational stuff.
I think it's a cop out, really. Because,
Ooh.
yeah. Because if you don't
Because
want
you
to
can say it and send
it's
it and
almost-
leave it.
Right. It's like a chicken, being like a chicken.
Ah.
People deliver text messages because they don't really want,
They
they
don't
don't
wanna
have the guts enough to say it.
They don't want a response either.
Right.
Or they just want to say it and forget it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear what you got to say about it.
Right. Or it's a safe place for me because then I hear your side chatter.
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah. Or
So-
they know they're going to talk me out of it. So this is what I'm doing.
I'm going to send in a text form. And I'm like, because even if you look at the scrolling of text messages,
Mm-hmm.
by the time you do all that, you can pick up the phone and have a conversation,
Exactly.
whole conversation with this person.
Exactly.
And it's not safe because in the sense of, I might be trying to text you for something.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to interpret it wrong, depending on where you're at or how you're
Tone.
feeling at the time.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So then what could have been something so innocent could now be like, oh, you coming for me.
Yep. Because the tone is misconstrued.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So why not pick up the phone?
Right. So speaking of texting and phone, are you guilty of looking over your client's shoulder while they texting?
And, and how many times have you seen it? They're talking about you
Listen.
like a dog.
Listen.
And yeah, go ahead.
Here's my juicy story.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Transparent moment. So sometimes I don't want any client of mine to think that I'm invading their privacy. However, I have this one client who is a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to drop any names to protect the innocent.
Right.
But I couldn't help but look over her shoulder as she was texting. And what I got from her texting, she may or may not be, I think she is in her, maybe 8. She's playing these guys against each other. Yes. So she's playing this dangerous game of making one jealous, and she started a fight between the two.
What?
Yes. And I'm like, okay, now this is a safety issue here.
Absolutely.
Right. So pick me. I'm a snitch. If I've been doing your hair and you are a minor and I see there's some danger,
Absolutely.
I'm freaking snitching.
Yeah.
I don't know why these youngsters want me to follow them and they follow me back on social media. Because I'm going to snitch if I see something.
Right.
Okay. Because I would want somebody to tell me if my truth.
Absolutely.
Okay. So anyway, I'm looking at these messages, and you know I halfway can't see anyway. So I got my readers on, and I'm
Right.
like, and I'm trying to do her. I'm like, what? And I'm trying to keep myself. So then I ask her, so you are you old? You have a boyfriend? Oh, yeah. I have one, but I'm not supposed to have one. So now she's telling me
Right.
extra stuff, right? So I'm getting my background information right.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so you're not old enough to have a boyfriend, but you have one? Oh yeah. They be fighting over me at school, and I'm like, yeah, duh. I'm seeing your text messages, right?
Right.
So I'm like, Miss Ma'ams, let's call her Brianna.
Right.
Brianna, that is not safe. Oh, Miss Rachel, it's okay because ooh, and then they had a fight and see, and now and da 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 da. She going on. I said, well, wait a minute. I said, you are setting these guys up to think one thing. Oh yeah, I just wanted to make one jealous because I wanted him to take me to Whataburger after school. You know, it's childish shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm like, in the grand scheme of things, Brianna, if these boys find out that you're playing them,
Yeah.
people are crazy these days.
Right.
And then I was told you can't say crazy no more. People are mental.
Right.
And these youngsters are like killing these girls behind stupid mess.
Especially in that
Yes,
generation.
yes. It was
Absolutely.
just on the news. They found somebody in the bathroom. I mean, these teenagers. And I'm like, Brianna, this is not safe. Do you really think this is smart? And on top of that, you're not even allowed to have a boy. So what if all this comes out on the table and then your dad or mom is like, no, because she's not, that can't be true because she's not allowed to have a boyfriend. Then what are we doing?
Right.
You know, they just think it's so innocent. I don't know if they watching too much TV. Is it social media? Is it the reality TV?
Right.
I don't know. But she thought it was oh so cute
And
to
it's
pit
not.
these boys against each other. And these boys had a whole fight. Both of them got suspended.
On top of that.
On top of that. And so what she was doing, what I was reading was her telling the story to her friend, one of her girlfriends, right?
Right.
So then she just started volunteering, because they volunteer out.
Yeah.
She started, oh, yeah. So I told one I was on the phone with the other one because he agreed to pay for my football game ticket, and the other one didn't give me no candy on my birthday, some stupid shit like that for her birthday.
Right.
And so she told one a lie and told the other one the same lie in reverse. So then when they met up in the hallway, it was all like, "Oh, you with my girl? Oh no, you with my girl?" And they had a whole fight.
A whole fight. And somebody could have got hurt.
Somebody could have got hurt and or injured and or in the emergency room. But both of them got suspended behind her playing games.
Right.
And I'm like, baby girl, that's just not safe.
At all.
It's not safe for you or for these guys. And then what if they find out that you plotted this whole thing against them, and then they're gonna come for you? And they be like real like obsessive.
Absolutely.
So what are we doing?
What are we doing?
How old are you in 8th grade? What are you?
You tell our mom.
I know. Oh yeah, the snitch part. Thank you for bringing me back.
Yeah.
I politely called her father. I said I text him because I don't know if she be going through his phone, and then mind you, her previous appointments she never has a phone. Right? She's always saying, hey, can you text my dad or can you text my mom, tell him I'm ready, right?
Right.
So this time she had a phone. So of course I'm like, oh, she got a phone back because she got in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. So when so I put all that together, like this girl has probably been a problem for a minute.
Yeah.
So this particular time her dad was supposed to pick her up. So I text him saying, hey, this is Rachel, your daughter's hairstylist. Call me when you get a chance. It's not an emergency, but I need to share something with you.
Right.
So he did. He called me like after he picked her up or whatever, and I said, I'm on speakerphone. Did all the little pre-measured.
Yeah.
You by yourself. Yeah, by yourself. I said, okay, well, I never want to intrude. I never want to step my boundaries as a hairstylist. However, I have developed a relationship with Brianna over this time, and I saw something that was disturbing on her phone. He was like, oh, okay, well, what's going on? I said, well, da 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 da. I told him everything. Whoop to whoop. He was like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for telling me because no, she's not allowed to have a boyfriend, and I appreciate that. Now he started telling me now it makes sense because I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, well, I said, please don't tell her I told you because I don't want to break her trust with me.
Right, exactly.
You can literally look at her phone and saw what I saw. He said, bet. And that's what he did. When she got home, he took her phone and read it. And he even followed up with me. He was like, thank you for that because everything you said panned out. Yeah, and like keep me out of it because I don't ever want to stop somebody from talking to me. But when it crosses the line and I see somebody's, I got to say something.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. I get that.
Yeah.
Hard. It's just like, going back to, no, I don't look at my clients' phones like that because most of the time I'm watching my TV as I'm doing my clients.
Yeah.
But sometimes your spirit leads you to.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay, look down real quick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But have you ever had that client that's sitting there talking about you like a dog?
Yes. Wait. I had to fire a client because of that.
Yes. Did you really?
Yes,
I did too.
because she meant to text her daughter, but she texted me instead.
Show me. I want you put something up high. I want you to make them fly. Throw them in the sky. Throw them in the sky. Make everything collide. Put all your stress aside. And let